Good afternoon, everybody. In my previous video, I asked people to ask me questions, and we got 7 questions that I'm going to go back and answer in this video. And if you don't have your question on now, don't worry, I'll do this again. Let's go to the first question. 167 Scott asks me, when you visit Australia, will you be near enough to visit Graham and Friends? If so, hope the two of you make a video together. Well, I will be close enough. My plans are to get a hotel either in Brisbane or in the Gold Coast, because most of the things I want to see are in Brisbane or the Gold Coast. And I can use that as a point where I can either fly or take a train or take a bus to other places, or maybe even rent a car, depending on how much gas costs down there. And as far as doing a video with Graham, if Graham is okay with that, I am too. Young Giove writes, describe in detail what Porcupops means to you. Question that follows that is, why? That's a good question. Porcupops, it kind of makes me think of a pork chop and a person sitting down in a chair eating it while he's on the internet. And that's something I've done on many occasions. Young Giove, you were the one that gave me the nickname Porcupops, and I'm glad you did it, because I thought it was humorous. I liked it. I embraced it. And I don't know if I'll go as far as making a channel called Porcupops, but you can call me Porcupops anytime you want. Anybody can call me Porcupops anytime they want. And I just embraced the name. I just like the name. But yes, it does. It reminds me of a person sitting in a chair, just like I do, eating a pork chop. Why? Probably because I can. I can sit here, get on the internet, eat pork chops, or whatever else. Ice cream, or pizza, which I'll be having a little later. Going to question 3, Rodismink, hope I pronounced that right. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Yes, it is. It's an instrument for helping you to get fat. I don't use a whole lot of mayonnaise on my sandwiches. I do like mayonnaise and tomatoes. They're called Mater sandwiches down here in the South. And that's all they have on the bread is just regular white bread, a tomato slice, and mayonnaise. So is it an instrument? Yes, it is. It's an instrument for getting fat. Tom Barrentube writes, what are your plans for the Christmas period, Ed? I know you're religious, so will you be attending any masses? Well, to answer that question, I am a Baptist. We call what some people would call masses, we call them services. And we have a Christmas service, but sometimes it's not always on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. This is pretty much held true wherever I've lived. You know, when I was in Pennsylvania, it was like that. When I was in Delaware, I actually went to a church in Pennsylvania. And then down here in North Carolina, it's the same way. This year, what they have done, because they have our midweek service generally on Wednesday night, and Christmas falls on a Saturday, So what they're having is they're moving their Wednesday night service to Friday night. So they're going to have a Friday night service and a Sunday service. Christmas is on Saturday. So I'm actually going to be in church the day before and the day after. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, now I've lost part of the page here. Let's get on to the next one. Quiet Sunday Library writes, I've always enjoyed your recollections of your youth and experiences that happened to you during the 70s and 80s. That being said, what are your most memorable high school experiences? Well, that depends whether you're talking about in high school or outside of high school when I was a high school student. Outside of high school, when I was 16 years old, the Philadelphia Flyers, which are the hockey team that I follow, won the Stanley Cup. That was May the 19th, 1974. So you do a little math, you'll be able to figure out how old I am. And I was of high school age then, but that happened away from school. But it was something, it was a very memorable event in my life that I really enjoyed. I did have a few other things that happened during high school. One event that really got me in a lot of trouble. I was in shop class in 12th grade, and we were kind of like playing a game of hot potato. We had this metal bar that I guess was a piece that was broken off from something else that somebody welded in shop, and we were tossing it around the room like a hot potato. And what you had to do is you had to be really sharp, because this metal bar can come flying at you, and you don't want it to hit you. You want to catch it. So somebody threw it at me, and I caught it, and I had to pick somebody in the room to throw it at. So I picked my target, I threw it, and just then the teacher walked in the room. Let's just say the teacher sung soprano for about 10 minutes. Me, I was sent to the principal's office. And you can figure out the rest of it from there. I was in big trouble. And the teacher was in big time pain. But that was one of my most embarrassing moments of high school. One that I would probably do differently now that I think about it. MJD1701A asked me, why do you not think the Boston Bruins are the greatest hockey team of all time? Are you bear-phobic? Or is this just your bear prejudice showing? I know it's embarrassing, but the Bears need to know. Oh, and where are you going to put your Christmas tree? Okay, I'll answer the second question first. I have not got a Christmas tree yet, but I think eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of those small ones, and I'll probably put it on the table or in front of the table where my text clocks are. I'm spending money buying presents right now, so I have not invested money in a tree yet, but it's not Christmas yet either. Now for the other question about the Boston Bruins, well, I'm sure you've seen in my video, I have this big pennant that says Philadelphia Flyers on it. For those who don't know, the Philadelphia Flyers won the Stanley Cup on May 19th, 1974, And the team that they defeated was the Boston Bruins. And I am an avid Philadelphia Flyers fan. People that remember the 2009-2010 playoffs remember that the Boston Bruins had a 3-0 lead over the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Flyers came back and won 4 games in a row. It's only the 3rd time in hockey it's ever happened. And then went on to the Stanley Cup Finals, where we finally lost to the Chicago Blackhawks. And I'm just a big Flyers fan. Bear prejudice? No. I don't have prejudice against any Bears. I'm not bear-phobic. There is a hockey team in Hershey, Pennsylvania called the Hershey Bears. And I've watched quite a few of their games. They are the defending American Hockey League champions. And I've always liked the Hershey Bears. I've actually watched the Hershey Bears as long as I've watched the Philadelphia Flyers. And I don't live near either team right now, but I am able to get the Flyers games on NHL.com because they're not blacked out, because I'm in a different state now. The local team down here is blacked out. So I hope that answers your question. I don't hate the Boston Bruins. The only team in Boston I really don't like is the Red Sox. I'm not against or for the Patriots. I'm not against or for the Bruins. I'm not against or for the Celtics. I'm not against or for the Yankees. But in the American League East, I'm a Baltimore Oriole fan, which means I do not like the Boston Red Sox. Good luck to your Bruins. We just beat them again last Saturday. Dean Dobler asked me, I don't want to offend you. Well, that's impossible. I don't get offended. I listen to everybody. I give everybody a good chance to say whatever they need to say. But are you trying to lose weight? Yes, I am. I lost a couple pounds, but get a guy that's my size, it's not that easy. And it will take me a little while to lose it all. But I am working out, and I am trying to eat better. Trying to eat better means maybe 4 days out of the week, I'll eat what I'm supposed to. Spinach, romaine lettuce, vegetables, fruit. Then a couple days I'll just kind of like go off the diet. So I'm trying, I'm just only succeeding part of the time. But it'll get better. I worry about your health, Dean writes. Or is it Dan? Okay, it's Dan Dobler. Sorry about that. I worry about your health. Well, thank you, Dan. Greetings from Holland. Well, greetings to you also. I've been there one time in my entire life. It was 1990. I was in Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and The Hague. I enjoy your videos, though, so I want to do that as long as possible. Well, I thank you for that. And I appreciate all your questions. And I'll try to do some more in another video. Just keep the questions coming. Thank you for allowing me to bore you. And have a great day. Bye.